Mr. Chair, the time is now 9 o'clock. You have quorum.
Thank you, Princess. Welcome to the October 7th, 2021 meeting of the Riverfront Design Committee. My name is John Postick, and I'm the chair of the committee. The following guidelines are in place for meetings in the City Council chamber at City Hall. Only the south entrance to City Hall will be open for access to the building. For exiting the building, all accesses can be used. Air purifying machines have been installed in the chamber. Hand sanitizer machines and disposable face masks will be available. When called on, applicants and speakers will come to the front podium to speak. Only one person at a time should come to the podium. Speak into the microphone, please, and identify yourself and provide your address for the record when you begin speaking. Address your comments to the committee. Limit your comments to 3 minutes. Citizens may address the committee on agenda items by responding to chair's call for speakers during discussion on each item and signing the speaker's log on the podium. All comments must be relevant to the item. The chair or presiding officer may, in his or her discretion, prohibit a person from addressing the committee and/or remove that person from the council chambers if that person commits any disorderly or disruptive behavior. Please see the agenda for more information about these requirements. If you parked in the Sheridan Walker parking garage north of John Rex Elementary School, staff can provide a parking validation ticket to you. The agenda and documents are located at https://okc.primegov.com/public/portal. You would then select the Riverfront Design Committee meeting, then click on an agenda item, and the relevant documents will come up below the item. Princess, will you please call the roll?
Committee Member Postick.
Present.
Committee Member Heisel.
Present.
Committee Member Dean.
Present.
Committee Member Doherty.
Present.
Committee Member Howard.
Present.
Committee Member Larson. Committee Member Montoya.
Present.
Committee Member Templeton. Committee Member Torres. That completes the roll. You have quorum.
Thank you. Agenda item number 2, approval of minutes from the September 2nd, 2021 meeting. I will entertain a motion.
Motion to approve. Howard.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Okay, so we have motion by Doherty, second by Templeton.
Motion by Howard, second by Templeton.
I'm sorry.
Okay, the motion passes.
Excuse me just a second. Michelle, were you going to vote on that?
I wasn't here last time, so I just abstained.
Okay, so we'll show you officially as abstaining from that vote because you didn't show up at all.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you.
the motion passes with 6 yeses, 1 abstention. Item number 3, cases withdrawn. There are none. Item number 4, continuance requests. There are none. Item number 5, consent docket. There is none. Item number 6, cases for individual consideration. Item 6A, SRCA-20-00008R1 at 1509 South Robinson Avenue, Unit RF. Laura?
Thank you. This is a request to install public art in the Lower Scissortail Park, and hopefully we'll get this right, Rio, Florida, Flowery River. So just to confirm for everybody, even though this is zoned DTD2, which is in the Downtown Design District, it is also in Scenic River, and per the regulations, since it's in both, the Riverfront Design Committee has the approval authority over certificates of approval, which is why it's coming to you, and it doesn't have to go to both committees. Last year in June, you might recall, you approved the original CA for the development of the park, And they were required to get a variance because they were closing all the streets, so they were exceeding the maximum block length, and they did get that variance. If you've been down in that area, I don't know how many of you go that way, but if you go down that way, you'll actually see, you can start seeing the path is showing up, the roads are closed, the hill is there, so you can see that the park is taking shape. In April, there was a call to artists for this particular application that you are reviewing. This is a 1% for Art project, and they had over $100,000 for this art installation. This proposal before you is what was chosen, and it was approved. It was recommended for approval by the Arts Commission at their meeting on September 20th of this year. And I apologize. Oh, thank you so much. We're trying to get back to, we do the PowerPoint, and we haven't done that in a while, and where is it? There it is. I couldn't see it. So the yellow is showing you the whole park. It's really large. Just for point of reference, this piece that's out of it is the parking lot for Cusack's Meats, if you're familiar with that area. And so the day I went out, it was very early in the morning, and they were already working on the park. And this is looking towards downtown. You're looking up Robinson. You recently had a demolition for the yellow buildings on the right, just as point of reference. And so the park is there on the left. And we have, which is in your packet, and I'm just going to quickly, it is multiple, I look on them kind of as colorful trees or whirligigs, is what I call them, even though, and you can see where they're going to be located here. And you have Robinson going north and south, and the black is the pathway that, I know it has a name, but it leads through the entire park, and you can see where that's located now if you go down there. Randy Marks from the Planning Department's Arts Office is here for this project. If you have any questions for him, or if he wants to say anything. And staff is recommending approval of this art installation for the lower park. And here are the colors. So one of the artists is the one who did the bench and the chairs, which is near City Hall, behind the High Tower building. I don't know if you've ever seen those. And she uses this very bright color, almost enamel, on her artwork. And that will be used in this as well. Randy is here if you have any questions for him, as well as we have somebody from the Maps office is here as well.
Thank you, Laura. Any questions or discussion from the committee?
I would just like to know, this is Brian Doherty.
Is your microphone on?
It is now. Should be.
Okay.
It sounds on.
Yeah. I was just wondering what the shelf life on something like this with these type of products. I mean, is this that you should be able to get 10 years, 20 years, 40 years, or do you have any idea?
Thank you.
And I guess on the second part, and what's the ongoing maintenance on an annual type thing on those?
Randy Marks, Public Art Project Manager. The life of the elements is virtually indeterminate. We're expecting something north of 40-year lifespan on this piece. Annual maintenance is to be done. The artists are recommending that it just be power washed with warm soapy water once a year for maintenance, and that is the sum total of the maintenance that is required. The material acrylite has been used extensively by the second artist in the team, Corin Rolstad, who has done work internationally for 40 years. She's used this material extensively, and she was quizzed thoroughly about it during the selection process. And it is hail resistant, has a long lifespan, doesn't fade. This is the information that we were given about the material that will be used in the fluoro design part. It's aluminum poles that will be bolted into the ground for the bases. There's no moving parts, and there's no electrical parts. So we're expecting a multi-generational art piece from this. Thank you.
Any additional questions or comments from the committee? Hearing none, I'd entertain a motion.
Commissioner Templeton would like to make a recommendation to approve the application on the basis that the project complies with the regulations and guidelines of the Scenic River Overlay Design District zoning ordinance as referenced in section C of this document.
I'll second it.
Thank you. Motion by Templeton, second by Heisel. And the motion passes.
Hang on just one second. So we're not, so Dana, but it didn't show that you voted for it. Oh, there, now it does. Okay, thank you. I was going to.
The motion passes. 6 ayes, no nays.
1, 2, 3, 4, 7.
7, excuse me.
That's okay.
Got a good committee behind me. Okay, item number 7, other business. Laura, would you like to explain the situation on this one?
So you have a letter that I received yesterday from the applicant. This is a straight rezoning case that was on your agenda for a recommendation to the Planning Commission. There has been some opposition, and the applicant is wanting to meet with the adjacent property owners to see if they can resolve the issues. And so they have requested this be continued to your December meeting, which is December the 2nd, I believe. And the people in the audience, we have the Randy Marks is in the audience, and then the person from the MAPS office. So I didn't anticipate any of the opposition showing up. I was talking with them yesterday on the phone. But staff is recommending this be continued to the December 2nd meeting.
Thank you, Laura. I will nonetheless ask, is there anyone here who would like to speak on this issue? Seeing none, I would entertain a motion to continue this.
I'll make the motion to continue. Howard.
Templeton, second.
Thank you. Moved by Howard, second by Templeton.
And just to confirm, continue to the December 2nd meeting? Okay, thank you.
Motion passes 7 ayes, no nays. Item 8, Communications Administrative Approval Report. Laura, any comments on that?
No, unless anybody has any questions.
No? 8B, comments from Planning Department staff.
We are anticipating that we have a meeting next month. I will confirm that within the next week. And I'll probably be able to, at that point, even know, I'll be able to tell you what is on the agenda. Hopefully you all got that email that I sent out when they were, planning staff was looking for comments on the draft of the new sign regulations, and I had forwarded all of that. It was a short window, but just to confirm, you all still have the opportunity that you can still make your comments, and when it's before you, we can discuss any concerns you might have on that, because that will be presented to all of the design review bodies before going to the Planning Commission.
Okay.
Oh, and one last thing is, not to embarrass her or anything, we have really appreciated having Princess at your meetings. She is moving on, staying within the city, and so we'll still get to see her every day. She's still working in our building, but she's going to another department. And so maybe in a pinch, if we need her, we might have to have her help us out. So thank you, Princess.
Well, Princess, we certainly appreciate all of your help on this committee.
Thank you.
Item 8C, comments from committee members. Anything?
Staff apologizes for the typo. We'll try to get it fixed again before your next agenda.
Item 8D, next meeting date, Thursday, November 4th, 2021. Mine says Thursday, November, oh, I'm looking at the one I printed off yesterday.
It's November 4th.
Okay, the screen says Thursday, November 5th. Can we just confirm that?
It's the 4th. I looked.
It's the 4th, Jonathan looked.
It's the 4th,
Are-
and the posted agenda says the 4th. So, yeah, that's odd that this one doesn't match. So we will get that figured out. But
Okay.
that's the meeting, the 4th is the meeting date that's filed with the city clerk's office, and it's on the city calendar and everything, so.
Thank you for confirming. For the record, the next regular committee meeting is Thursday, November 4th. And with that, we will adjourn.
Thank you. Does anybody need parking today?
Nope.
Nobody, okay.